No time for an introduction. Let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to be talking about this bastard, Johnathan Welsh. Today's story was suggested by you guys, in particular Drea J, so let's make sure to thank her in the comments. June 22nd, 2022, around 3 o'clock in the morning, Johnathan was asleep with his girlfriend. Her name was Leah, and they actually had a kid together. Now, it was the middle of the night. He started to get a little frisky. And you know how, y'all laying together and, y'all wake up and like, I want some, whatever. That was not the case. He was upset about something. So this turned from a friendly girlfriend, boyfriend, mid-morning random fun time to a mid-morning abuse session. And he started demanding that she unlock her phone. And when she didn't do that, he decided to punish her. This man got an extension cord, wrapped it around her neck, and pulled that hoe. He beat her with a belt. He poured gasoline on her, and he got a hot spatula, and he burned her with it. He then got a pole, and who's ever seen that show 13 Reasons Why on Netflix? Show was really good, but it was extremely traumatic. Do you remember the bathroom scene? That's what he did to Zalea. Then this dude pulls out a drill. I mean, he literally was like, now Zalea's up inside this house or apartment, whatever the hell it is. She up in there fighting for her life. He threatening to kill her, and when he went to another room, Zalea finally found her break, and she ran up out that house. But Cujo Hill was right on her tail, so he chased her for a little bit, then he found her, like, you know what, F it, and he let her go. Zalea ran to the neighbor's house. The neighbor let her in after she was beating on the door. She called 911 from the neighbor's house. But this dude, he shows up to the neighbor's house. He kicks the door in at the neighbor's house while they're on the phone with the police. So Zalea and the neighbor have been there screaming and fighting, trying to, hold the door down while he literally kicks the door in, and finally he leaves. He's gone before the police shows up. Now the police came, a manhunt started, and he was arrested that same day. And this is what he was charged with: torture, home invasion, first-degree harmful device use and possession causing injury, third-degree criminal sexual conduct, assault with intent to commit sexual penetration, and 3 counts of felony assault. Now, let's recap. He raped her, doused her with gasoline, beat her with a belt, used a stick and stuck her like a kebab, beat her up, chased her down, kicked in the neighbor's door, forgot to mention that he burnt her with a spatula, and that burn, y'all, was in her genital area. And the judge, first of all, allowed bond, and only set the bond at $100,000. And if y'all know about bonds, you can get bond by paying 10%. So he was able to be free with $10,000. And guess who paid that $10,000? I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. His bald head ass mama. I don't give a damn. If your son does something like that to somebody else, let him stay in jail. Why do y'all bail these people out?
You're a dummy, bitch.
So Friday, July the 8th, 2022, his mama paid his bill. And 2 days later, we are now getting to the meat of this story. Now, before I tell the meat of this story, I'm going to tell you this little disclaimer here. From major and reputable news sources, there is a different retelling of this story every single time. And the timeline ain't adding up on what you're getting from these stories. The story ain't storying. So after reading about 20 articles about this and literally getting about 6 different versions of what happened, I want to tell you what I believe is most accurate by piecing everything together. Here we go. Sunday, July the 10th, 2022, around 8 p.m. He's at home with his mom, his dad, his girlfriend, or ex, I don't know, whoever she is to him right now, Zalea, his baby mom, his son, because they have a kid together, it's a baby, they're all at the house. Yeah, they were all together, even after he did all this crazy crap to Zalea like a month prior to. Couldn't be me, but, black people, whatever they was talking about at this house, it got a little out of hand. And this man grabbed the knife, and he started threatening everybody up in the house at this point in time. Him, his dad, and Zalea are really the ones having the main argument, because dad's trying to calm everything down, and he's arguing with Zalea. His mom is just kind of there. It's just hectic. And he ain't letting nobody leave. He's threatening to kill everybody up in the house. The mom calls the police. Hey, I know I just bailed my murderous rapist son out a few days ago, but now he's trying to kill me, so it might be serious. She's on the phone telling the police that he's holding him hostage and he's stabbing everybody up in the house. The police are dispatched to the location. Now, this is where in all the articles the timeline starts to not make sense. Because one neighbor, her name was Daria Bell, she was just minding her black ass business across the street. And she said that Flossie, the mom, had came across the street holding a baby and handed her the baby. Daria was confused because Flossie was out of her mind, but when Flossie turned around, Daria said that's when she noticed a damn knife in this woman's back. And according to Daria, after everything was all said and done, after the big event, the baby was given back to her because there was nowhere else for the baby to go. That's one timeline. The second timeline is when the police showed up. They found the baby lying in the driveway. The third timeline, the police showed up and they found the baby lying in the backyard. The fourth timeline is another neighbor saw him lowering the baby out the front window while the house was on fire. So I don't know. This is what I believe makes the most sense. Flossie was in the house and she got stabbed with the rest of the family, but she was able to find a way out of the house. After he stabbed and murdered his baby mama and his dad, he sets the house on fire. The police are probably showing up around this time, but there are no paramedics yet. While the house is on fire, he lowers the baby out the front window, and Flossie, the mom, goes up and gets the baby. She probably then gets the baby, and that's when she goes across the street to Daria. Although Daria's version did not mention police being there, I'm assuming they were there and she probably just didn't notice because there was a lady with a knife in her back in front of her. So that handles a lot of the inconsistencies, but I'm just kind of piecing it together. Now, the police are there at this house and they're having a standoff with this man at the house, and the standoff lasts for about 7 hours total. I mean, it's just a straight up shootout going on between them. Now, after he runs out of bullets and the fire was getting too hot, he finally comes out of the house and the police were able to arrest him. Alive. Mom was taken to the hospital and they tried to help her, but a few days later, the mom also died as well. This is probably when they brought that baby back to Daria. But now, let's take a look at the charges that he is facing. 3 counts of third-degree murder. 3 counts of assault with intent to murder. 1 count of second-degree arson. 7 counts of felonious assault. 6 counts of felony firearm usage. Now, DP is not available in Michigan, so he's most likely going to get life in prison. But yeah, sad to hear. Rest in peace to the dad, the mom, and to Zalea. I hope the baby's been taken care of. Man. But I do got a question for y'all out there. Men, women, and everybody like this. He looks crazy. Do y'all not take looking crazy as a red flag? Because I do. If you look crazy, I can't hang with you. I'm scared. But y'all see this and y'all be like, ooh, tattoos. He look like he good in bed, but then he beat you up and then all of a sudden his niggas ain't shit. No. You can see it in their eyes. You can kind of tell when you look at people's eyes, they look like they can do dangerous stuff. Is it just me? Am I the only person that can see that? But anyway, that's crazy, right?